Hello and welcome back to Timberborn. This is episode 19 of our Folktails playthrough on the Lakes map, and we're playing normal mode. This is our tutorial playthrough, and this is going to be the season finale, I believe. I must make a quick shout out to Mechanistry because I woke up this morning to record this and they've added so much extra stuff in the game. I don't even know where to start. So if you come look at the automation tab, we have all of this chronometer, depth sensor, contamination sensor, weather station, etc, etc. It would be remiss of me to try and explain this when I don't understand it myself. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish this, and then we may use this playthrough as a basis for some tutorials on the automation. I need to look at it myself and get it set up in my head how I want that to be. So we're not going to do that in the live playthrough, so to speak. We'll do that as like a video where I talk about stuff. So with that out of the way, I mean, these changes are mad. Like, you just looking at the video where they announced that you can like automate floodgates, sluices, etc, etc. And I'm interested in this down here, which is the HTTP lever and the HTTP adapter. I don't know what that unlock once for all settlements. I don't know what that means. So we will figure that out in a future video, and then we will go through it then. But today, let's jump straight to the comments. So we have Jason talking about bots. Now I wanted to go through this because I'm not a maths guy. I'm definitely not a numbers guy. So so he'll run one worker making punch cards per worker running an assembler. So if you have two workers in an assembler, you would need two punch cards operations, as far as I can tell. Now that's so that you match capacity with completion. He's done the maths. I'm not a maths guy, so we're going with what he says. He also recommends no more than two assemblers unless you've already got a lot of industry going. And that's the challenge with Folktails, is to keep the industry going because of the power issues. So yeah. What else have we got saying? Fully functioning bot assembler ran by bots should sustain about 100 bots by itself. So if you want to go above that, that's fine. That's assuming they've got fuel, catalyst, and punch cards, which we have. I mean, we don't have the punch. Well, we do have the punch cards. We just don't have a lot of it. And he says he likes to build 5 refineries per assembler, that he build 3 for fuel, 2 for catalyst. He puts 1 bot worker in each building. Now, we seem to be doing fine on fuel and catalyst at the moment. So I'm going to... Let me get this straight. I think Jason is probably right. It's just, I've already put it in. We'll see how this goes. I'm sure his system is much better. And so those are the comments about bots from Jason. I would listen to his advice and don't go by what I'm saying. So, what are we doing today? So I want to look at our well-being. We're going to kind of, this district over here, we're going to kind of accept that it is it's not going to reach the same well-being heights as the rest. This is the downside of districts. Well, it's one of the other downside of districts. Because you have them separate, they can't access the same well-being stuff, so we're just going to accept that they're not going to get to the same well-being stuff as over here, and we're going to focus on over here. So, bee stings and injury, I can't do a lot to help that. Wet fur, we could put some more showers in. Maple pastries. Do I need another bakery, potentially? What we can do is we can do a lot of this stuff here. So, campfires, rooftop terraces, contemplation spots, agoras. Or we are building the Fountain of Joy and the Earth Recultivator. Fun, the detailers are in. I believe we have 2 Lidos, and we can get a carousel in. And book production is hopefully going up. So, where would the carousel? The carousel requires power. So I think we need to either put the carousel somewhere over here. Where do you think this should be situated? And I need to unlock the Agora and the carousel. There is also fireworks as well. And you'll notice that our explosives factory actually has a recipe to be set to now. So, I am going to set this to making explosives because I don't even know what the fireworks come out of. Should we have a look for our buildings? I had a quick check. There doesn't appear to be anything in well-being that we have. And the stream gauge has moved to decoration because I assume the automation is now the thing you use it. Science, there's nothing new there. Power, a clutch. That's interesting. Oh, I assume you attach that to a thing so that when we go into drought, you could Oh, so if we wanted to, we could stick a clutch in here, and when a signal comes through, we okay. This my mind is absolutely blown. This is, I mean, I thought the bad tide and the sluices and stuff was revolutionary, but the automation is going to. I'm really excited to look at an automation playthrough. I mean, all of our playthroughs from now on are going to include the automation, but that's going to be really interesting because on our Iron Teeth playthrough, we could put the clutch in so that when we're not generating enough power, we could take off the... Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I'm going to have fun with this. Housing, that's fine. I'm unsure what the fireworks get launched from. Unless they get launched from... Oh, firework launcher. Okay, we're not going to play with that. We're not going to play with that. We're just going to let this be what it is. Sorry, I've got very distracted. Are they putting stuff in? They are. As they are slowly putting stuff into this. So, what was I talking about? I've got very excited and very carried away. You can see how passionate I am about this game. So, fun. We want some carousels. Carousels are entry pointed onto this second floor. So, where could we get these? Is there a world in which... I'm finding trouble where to situate. I mean, over here would be good, but I'm not going to mess with that. Up here would be ideal. Can we get... I haven't made that very accessible, have I? What we could do is we could put that under there. Pop that up there, and then we could put a carousel in here. Oh, it doesn't have enough clearance. No, it doesn't have enough clearance. This is an intriguing problem. We could potentially... I don't know what our odds are of... No, you are working. Where to put the carousel? I don't want to really send them down here. It's a long way to come just for a fair ride. I mean, for lack of a better position, and because it's not going to look the most pretty thing, I think we will do it down here. And what I'm going to do is, this episode is probably going to feature time lapses quite heavily because I would like to get to our end point today. Not because I'm rushing, but because I am just keen to... I like to think I'm not rushing. So do we have... I think what we're going to do is we're going to have that there. Run that along the front there. And then power-wise, we're going to run... See, what I could do is I could put a clutch in here and then we could turn this off during the bad tide because during the drought so that we don't waste power. But I'm not going to. Oh, this is so exciting. Anyway. So we put in 2 carousels. That should be enough. So we also need agoras. Agoras is where they come to imbibe in probably illegal substances. What's wrong with you? Needs deeper water. Oh, okay. That's on me. Do you think an agora down by here would... I will be honest, I am sticking most of this stuff out of town. That is a big ass building, isn't it? I mean, you're coming over here anyway to get to that, so why don't we put that in like so, and just to make it look a little bit neater, put a hedge around it. Oh, not like that. Put a hedge around it, and how about so we get some more baby beavers with the well-being stuff we put in a lamppost either side and a shrub either side as well. That kind of looks pretty. It is kind of like an out-of-town industrial park, but I mean, it is what it is. Oh, I realise they can't get to that one, can they? So. put that in like that. And that should work. So we've got those being built. So what else was it? So scarecrow, shrubs, weather vanes, beaver statues, bulletin pole. Now, because they are going to be coming down here, I don't like cheesing stuff. However, you can do well-being stuff like this. So this is educational, so that I don't get upset about cheesing. So we could put a beaver statue there, a weather vane, and when they walk past all of this stuff, they will get the benefit of it. And I don't have to see it because it's out of sight, out of mind over here, and I don't have to pretend that I did that. So that's fine. The agora's being built, rooftop terraces. I don't know where we're going to squeeze them. We can put a few campfires in there. Surely we could put a few campfires in. And we want to get in the drought, but I'm not concerned about that at all. Campfire. Campfire? I don't... Because we've roofed everything. Rooftop terraces really aren't our jam. I wondered if... Is there a world in which... There is a world in which... So we could put one there. Put one there and there. And then... Oh, we just put a straight... Just put a straight one up. Pop them there. And there we go. They'll build that. So that's rooftop terraces. Did we talk about needing another bakery for maple pastries? So maybe I'm going to turn one of these bread ones into maple pastries and see how we cope with them. Maybe I'll turn both of them. We have a lot of bread, don't we? We do have a lot of bread. Let's see how that copes with the maple pastry demand. So, food we talked about. Campfire we've improved. Contemplation spot. We need some more contemplation spots. Lanterns, hopefully that's going to be square. Blah, blah, blah. All of that should improve. Farmer monument and brazier of bonding. So, our brazier of bonding is here, which doesn't grab a lot of them. Maybe because this is the main point of the settlement. So maybe what we'll do is there a world in which the main focal point of the settlement? Maybe I can pull some of this out. Maybe we could get the monuments in alongside that. Have the metal blocks gone in now? Oh, we are just literally waiting on treated planks now. Maybe we take some of this out as well. The bots are taking over, so I need to... No, not taking over. Are we producing enough punch cards? No, we're not. So we have that one there. Oh, it's because we're not botting that yet. So bots, you're producing books. Do we have lots of books? Or do I just need to get the paper actually to be botted as well? They have medium chance of injury, so this is good. So because we'll reduce the amount of beavers that we have injured. So we'll turn all of them to that. And I think this is going to change to punch cards. And this is definitely going to change to bots because that's a high chance of injury drop. And how are we doing for extract? I think we need more extract, so I'm also going to turn this into a bot job. That's fine. That'll do. So, what does that leave us? So we're doing this. Metal blocks are going in for that. Planks are going in for that. Treated planks are going in for that. What does all of this stuff down here require? Oh, the agora's in. Prioritise that by haulers. This requires metal blocks, so that will go in next. And are they putting the stuff? Are they putting the stuff up here already? But yeah, that's not available. So, Fountain of Joy is being built. Brazier bonding, not yet. Carousels are going in. Mud pits are fine. Lidos and can the detailers be They are prioritised by hoarders. I think we just need to give them time to do that. And for next series, I do intend to have my own logo to put on their tails in JC-esque style. Is there a world in which I get more of these producing books? I mean, can I be cheeky? I really should have thought this through. What does the print workshop look like? Printing press. Yeah, printing press. Is it a long? It's a long boy building. I mean, there is the obvious solution, which is to just stick some platforms in and pop some and add some more printing presses. It's not pretty, certainly not pretty, but it will do. So we're going to turn these over to bot workers. These should be just both producing books. And fingers crossed, we will just have enough paper. Because these should all be producing paper now. These should all be bots producing paper, which means they are faster. But we will see. We will see. They're doing that. So, what I suggest is we are going to go into a time lapse and we will see what happens with our well-being once they have improved some of this. We will go into it and we will... Oh, look, he's visiting that. And we will see what it's like afterwards. I'm fully aware we're in a drought. Power is absolutely bottomed out. Because this cannot cope. This is the issue with Folktails. The power demands are just too great. We should have built a massive battery, but we didn't. So, I will see you at the end of the time-lapse. You might hear me talk, or I might take a different approach for this one. I might put some nice, like, music over the top for you. We will see. Because you don't... Well, you might want to hear me talking. You probably don't want to hear me talking. But, let's see how it goes. I will see you after the time-lapse. Hello, and welcome to the time-lapse. You can see what I'm doing here. So, well, I haven't moved the camera yet. I moved to look at paper. I moved to, you know, stick some more monuments in to help our well-being. I just generally keep a track of what's been going on. I always seem to not get the monuments quite right at the end. Like, I should have envisaged the amount of planks and stuff we're going to need. So they could probably build at the same time. I know I get carried away with my building projects. I really do. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I would just say, like, I play the game how I would play the game if I was just playing the game. I don't play it... Well, I do play it for you guys, but I play it... I play it like I would just play it. If I was just playing the game, that's how I'd play. So, that was a really wordy way of saying that. But yeah, I don't necessarily go for, like, enhancing this. This is all very, like, honest and just open about how I play the game. Things I would probably do different in this playthrough is we would probably look at the industrial area. I just didn't really have the thought process to really think about how we were going to make that look good, as well as spreading the industry further, like I'd been trying to do. So, I mean, I didn't really want to just do stuff for the sake of doing stuff. Make stuff for the sake of making stuff. Because I value your time. And this has ostensibly been a tutorial playthrough with some stuff at the end tacked on to basically complete the playthrough, so to speak. So I didn't want to waste any more of your time. And I am excited to play some more hard mode again. I do find the game is a little... Well, I've played a lot of this. So the game is a little less challenging on normal mode. I'm not sure if I'm brave enough to try like an apocalypse mode, but you know, we may do. I'm not sure. So, we are shortly coming to the end of the time lapse, where I'll probably explain about the paper thing again, and what I did. So you might have to listen to that again, but there was just a little bit of my thought process of how things are going, how this has been. So enjoy the rest of the video. So that was probably quite a long time lapse. Well, for me it was, for you it was hopefully 3 minutes. So you saw me doing some stuff there where I messed about. So what did I do? I came over here, added a new paper mill, because we need paper. Need lots of paper. I also had a new centrifuge over here because we need extract. Yeah, we just don't have a lot of it, so fingers crossed they're doing the jobs. I also moved some bots into some other jobs, so let's do that again. I don't know whether we need more paper mills. Not sure where I could I squeeze any in down here? I know this is against what I was trying to do with these, but oh, look at that well-being. That well-being's skyrocketing. Average well-being of 50, fantastic. 51. Paper mill. We need it to be touching so it shares not shares a border. I realised I had them set to 14-hour workdays. I'm far too kind a boss. So the carousels are in. The agora's in. I think we need another agora, because one doesn't appear to be enough. So let's put another agora in down here. Where was it? Plus they are now consuming the extract at an alarming pace in this building. So, not an alarming pace. We're just not producing as much as we could be. This hasn't been a very good example of how to not meet production blocks. I will be honest with that, but then that's never really been my vibe. It's just kind of the way I do things. So I'll put that in there. So yeah, the earth recultivator's done. The fountain of joy is also done. So our well-being is at 50. You saw me like maybe tinker with the well-being a little bit. So wet fur needs to be improved. Rooftop terrace is better. Campfire needs to be better. Agora should be better. Maybe we could get another dance hall in. We do have to also remember that some of our beavers aren't going to get these bonuses because of they don't live near close enough. We do have this space down here. Maybe I'll just put an out-of-town dance hall in. So we put that there. And who wants to contemplate? I try not to, personally. But we put a load down here. Maybe we will actually lower that again. Just to... I'm fully aware this is not aesthetic. This is just me trying to get the well-being up enough. Is there any good places for Lidos? I mean, we could put them... It's not the worst place, is it? Let's just see if we can push this a little bit higher before the end. Oh, that's quite good. They should come and build all of that. What's our paper do? We have loads of gears now. Our problem from earlier. We don't have a lot of paper in this though. We don't have a lot of books. These are very ready beavers. They want to read a lot. Oh, at least our books has gone up, our book well-being. I might even reduce that down to 12 hours. And then what we'll do is we'll start to put... Oh, can you not get to that? I guess you can't. We might even start to turn some of our builders into bots so that they can just work through that at night. And we'll pop that there as well. So, you prioritise by holders? No, not yet. So, fingers crossed, if they're on 12-hour work days, they should be able to come and actually have some fun. That's the idea anyway. Whether that actually happens. What else are they putting these in? They can get down here, can't they? Yes, they can. Oh, they're coming to rush all that across. I'm quite pleased with this playthrough. Could it look a little bit better? Yes, in places. Am I gonna get really upset about that? No, I don't think I am. We could do a lot of stuff better. We could, you know, just... I don't know, like... I try my best without being too overtly, everything has to be perfect. You know, it's just putting stuff where you can, doing what you can. I'm very much, you know, don't let perfect be the enemy of good. As evidenced by a lot of the way I play. And I just kind of try and have fun with you guys. What started as like me trying to look after my mental health by having something to focus on has turned into something I really enjoy doing. And I don't want you guys to forget that you know, the reason I'm still doing this is because it's a hobby. It's really, really good fun. And hopefully some of this is going to start to improve our well-being even further. We will just try and get some of these a little bit higher. I'm not sure what the max is. Is it 70? So if we could get to a good 65. So when we set that off, that's 10, I believe. So if we can up some of these just a little bit more, I'd be very pleased with that. And so we're at that point in the episode where we're not quite at the end, because I know I added a 30-minute time lapse in. So we're not quite there yet. But the next series is going to be Spillage. So that's going to start on Saturday, I believe. So I'm really excited to start that. The other playthrough I was going to do, which was going to be at the end of the Iron Teeth, was going to be... The Iron Teeth is nowhere near done, by the way. I think we've probably got 6-7 more episodes left of that. But I want to canvas ideas. I was originally going to do like a Helix Mountain Ember Plot, so sort of like Santorini vibes, you know, build up a mountainside settlement, you know, try and make it all look quite nice. But NYC pointed out that he would like to see me do a custom map. I'm inclined to agree. So, if there is any custom map you would like to recommend, I'm not really sold on Ant Farm. I don't want to do something that JC's doing because I don't want you to just watch the same thing again. I have looked at Timberpunk. That looks quite hard, but I do notice a lot of other people are also doing Timberpunk. So maybe you guys would like to suggest a map. I will take any map suggestions. Bear in mind, it will have to work post-launch. I mean, the maps all should work post-launch. I don't know how the transition from the experimental to the main release will be, but I'm sure that will be fine. I would also like to thank even the people that, not the negative comments, the stuff about the twitching of the camera and stuff. I'm trying to get better at doing that and not doing that as much. So, I really don't like that it pauses it when you have this. I wondered if there was somewhere where we could chuck in a few more decorations. Scarecrow. Maybe get a weather vane in there. Bulletin pole. Let's see what that does. So we're up to 55 now. What's done that? So food we are completely maxed out on now. I mean, we don't have a lot of maple syrup, but we are completely maxed out on food. So that's good. Hopefully when some of these other things get built, it will just come in a little bit more. I'm inclined to give them a whole day off towards the end, just so that we can see how much of an impact it has had. I don't want to put them to 10-hour working days just yet, because I really don't want to like lose everything just goes wrong. But how close to this launch is this? So the paper is the limiting factor here. I really don't want to do another time lapse. So what we might do... Do I just pause punch cards? We have... What do you mean unable to get required materials? Oh, we're that short on logs. We are that short on logs. Whoopsie. Is this not all cuttable? It isn't. What a fool. So once again, we have hit a bottleneck because of my supply chains. These are also not marked for cutting. And I'm not sure where we could get excess logs from. I mean, fine. No. So if we come in with some trees, some lumberjack flags down here. We should have enough beavers to come and do these jobs. So that might make things a little bit better. So let's see what that looks like. But yeah, I'm pleased of how much this map we have greenified. It looks quite impressive, doesn't it? Ah, and we never took this out actually, did we? So that means I need to take these out. So that should just flow down. And then we greenified the final part. I mean, I'm not counting these upper outside areas as needing greenification. It's just, that's just going to be what that's going to be. Every cultivator still needs to fire. Yeah, we are just... I don't know where scarecrows are. Why people aren't living near scarecrows. The scarecrow one is miffing me a little bit. Put one there. Might even put one there. Put beaver statue. I mean, I know this is a horrendous, egregious gaming of the system, but I'm going to put them all behind there. Just to try and push that a little bit higher. Really, what I want is one central point where they all cross over and just to stick loads of stuff there. I think one of these is going to become changed into bots because, yeah. Because then hopefully the stuff will get moved around and more beavers can just go have fun. And I think I do need to prioritize. Oh, no, I clicked a bot. So you're prioritized by haulers. You prioritized by haulers? No. I did create two new things for books, so this is kind of on me. Fingers crossed. And get you prioritized by haulers. Is there somewhere else I can squeeze another one? Not without pulling stuff out, and I don't really want to pull stuff out. I mean, I can get rid of that. I can get rid of that. So we're just going for the last over the line thing, and I just want to get the resources in this so we can just launch this. Extract is a very thirsty material later on in the game. Well, we've hit 60. Whoa, that was a jump. Ah, so the aesthetics, those aesthetics being placed down have really, really improved this. I don't want to just stick loads of contemplation spots in a line somewhere because, well, I mean, I know I've already done it, but I don't really want to just do more of that. I guess you can contemplate wood here. I think of worse things to do. Just contemplating, you know, your beaver lives. Sure. So hopefully that'll work. Is there a space for a paper mill up here? I mean, there is. There very much is. Yeah, I think we just put that there. I might even, so we'll delete that for now. So if we put in a vertical power shaft here and put we can get more paper mills. I didn't realise how many paper mills I would need. It seems nuts. It seems very nuts. But you know, it is what it is, I guess. Oh wow, they are building so quickly. And do we... If we needed more, what would I do? I could put one... Put one here. I didn't envisage this episode turning into the hunt for the paper mills. Oh, the power isn't going to... Oh, the power will come through the bottom, won't it? So we can just do that. I really didn't envisage this episode being, yeah. Can I... How much paper can I make? Is it a short amount of time? But, you know, enjoy, I guess. These are just taking time to grow. I mean, I know there's all these here. It's kind of nice and natural here. Don't really want to come in and pull too much stuff out, you know what I mean? Now, let's just leave normal beavers doing these for now. And this is all marked for cutting, isn't it? Yes. Just growing back in. Yes, it is. Do we have... The guys are cutting these down? Too far from a distance. Oh. Did we... Okay, that's on me. I also realised I can mark all these for cutting, can't I? Idiot. There we go. So then they'll come and do... We'll come and we'll do this. Lovely. So. Paper, paper, paper. Just produce it for me. Mass produce this paper. I want to see that number going up. So we do have 400 extract in here now, so we are getting there. It's the paper that's the limiting factor. I don't really want to bore you while we just sit and wait for paper. Do I do like another time lapse? Maybe I should have thought about this. I do really want to have a play with these. An indicator light with alerting capabilities. Lever. Simple logical operations. Flow sensor. Measures water flow. Depth sensor. Contamination sensor. Chronometer. So you could even have like... you could have stuff turn off at night, for example, and then to recharge gravity batteries. Weather station, power meter, monitors, power network parameters, population counter. I'm interested in that. I don't know what it does. Resource counter sends a signal based on stock level. You could even. I was talking in my Whiskerwood video I recorded earlier. So I think you could even turn buildings off when you reach a certain level. So I mean, let's just. I said we weren't playing with this, but we are. So if I pop that there, what parameter can I set? So if I was to say gears. So what signal does it send? So when stock level is greater than 500, can I then automate? Resource counter 1. So with resource counter 1, does that... I shouldn't be trying to do this on live, but so we are still producing that. So science counter sends a signal based on science points. Arms of dice. Monitors power network parameters. So when it's duplicate, copy settings. This isn't the place for me to doing this. I'm just... So it only has one usage. Include inputs. I really need to have a play around with this. I'm not gonna... We're not gonna try figuring it out now, but I'm interested to see what do we do with that. Just because I would like to stop when we get to like 500 gears. Select transmitter. And you click that and it takes you there, fair enough. Equal to 500. Oh. Or greater than. So when it equals... Oh. Oh, this is good. This is what I want. This is what I want from this game. Okay, I'm excited now. So we don't need to be using the planks up when we hit 500. So I only want 500, and we can then pause the gear workshops. Okay, this is a game changer. This is an actual game changer. Oh my god, I am very excited about this. So that allows, so the way you have Builder's Hut set, it's going to make efficiencies. Like I'm not an efficiency guy. I'm really not an efficiency guy. But it's going to make efficiencies so good for just doing normal stuff. You know what I mean? Like so, because you've got your Builder's Hut set to the lowest thing. If you have 10 extra Builder's Huts, when they hit their efficiency cap, and it will allow you to work out how much you want of stuff. You don't need to just... You don't need to use the warehouse as the rate limiting factor anymore. You can use other stuff. So that's mad. That is mad. I love it. You can even tell them to stop pumping when I hit a certain amount of water. I mean, I don't know why you would. Or bad water. Like I probably don't need these guys sat in the bad water rig, do I? I could just automate that so that when it's at 2K it just goes. Oh, that is absolutely crazy. That is... No, I love it. So you need multiple ones of these. So you can rename them and then... So you hide these in an underground cavern somewhere, I guess, unless you like the way they look. And then you can set all of your automation to just automate. So that's mad. That's really, really good. So like, let's put another one in. Let's just put another one in. I'm enjoying having a play, and I hope this is informative. So if I was to set stock level of not berries, stock level of where's pine resin? Pine resin's a very good one because once it's full, you don't want the guys just sat there. So our max storage is, let's call it 290. So when it equals 3, well, let's call it 280. I want them to turn off. So if I was to then come to my tapper shacks, resource counter 2, and then where's the other one? Resource counter 2. So this is going to allow me to pause this. So then when we do use the prime resin, because we've set it to 280, have we not? And it even shows you when they're off. So hopefully we're going to use some pine resin to make some treated planks, and then we will be able to see what that would look like when it falls. So I hope I'm not overstepping by having a go at this and just, you know, seeing what this looks like while we wait for our earth recultivate to fill up. I'm going to do a full video on this, and we will probably use this colony as the basis for that video, because I imagine you can't really do it without the full colony. But yeah, that's for the future. Can we use some pine resin, please? So the pine resin has hit 280, and they've gone to work. So now they've stopped. So what I want to do is, I now want to pause this manually, because I want to see if that is equals to. So we'll pause that manually as well. So let's drop the pine resin below 280. Let's put it down to 270 and see what happens. Just wait for them to make something. Is this full? We are almost ready for launch. Come on, take some of that lovely resin. There's a joke about autoglass in the UK and resin. I probably can't repeat it on YouTube, but just Google resin autoglass joke if you're an adult. So come on, use some resin. So the resin's been used. So if I now pause these, so it's paused by automation. So I don't want it to be exactly, do I? I want it to be over. So I've got this set wrong. So is this a logical if function? So if less than 280, turn on. Ah, so okay, so I need to use it as a logical if less than. So if less than 500, turn on. Okay. Got ya. So that's the logical operator. Fine. So hopefully these guys will come and collect the resin. And we'll see that go up, and then that will turn itself off. Fingers crossed. Come on. He's quite efficient at doing it. So fingers crossed they're just going to turn themselves off. So the gears are set to 500, aren't they? So if it's less than 500, they turn on. Someone use some gears. Or somebody use some... Maybe I can... Okay, so I can change this, can't I? I can change this to 250. Just for the purposes. 257. There we go. So, actually, let's change it. Let's just change it to 260, because I'd like to see it go manually. So fingers crossed he's going to come in here now. He's going to pick up some pine. 259, come on, get some more. And he paused himself because he's gone over. So this is brilliant. We're going to do a video on this. I've said that multiple times. But I believe now is the time for the end of the episode. We can launch. So, our well-being's at 53. Is there anything else I'm really going to do? Probably not. Rooftop terraces could be better. Agora, better access. Some of the aesthetics, not great. I'm going to give everyone a day off while I talk through what's going on. While I talk through the end of series spiel. I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'd like to thank everyone that's commented. Even more, you know, Jason, NYC, A. Cunningham, Phelan, all of you guys, and everyone else that has commented. I'm really appreciative of all the support. It means a lot to me. But yeah, this has been a tutorial playthrough that I've tried to offer the best I can of how I understand the game. I know it's probably not been perfect. It's not been curated. It's not lots of things, but it's the way I like to do things. So, thank you for watching. We're going to hit launch on the Earth Recultivator. So let's put it in cinematic mode as well. Let's get a nice... Oh, God, no, not like that. We'll wait for the next day. I will turn it off from cinematic mode while we launch. I also am actually going to have some beavers doing some work, aren't I? So we got to 58, so we should be okay to just launch. So it's daytime. Let's hit launch, and we're going to cinematic mode. So there we go. Look at that. That is the end of our playthrough. And the game can't handle it. Ta-da! Flexible start unlocked. Wonder completed. So what do we do? 524 days. 1,342 beavers born. 177,552 water drunk. We painted 1,100 tails. Cut down 69,000 trees. 67 teeth chip. 92 bots manufactured. And dynamited 1,070. Really? That seems like a lot. We've unlocked the flexible start. So whenever you complete a map, you unlock the flexible start. So you can put your not city centre, your district centre wherever you want. So let's see. We got up to 64. 64 well-being, which I'm very pleased with. I am very pleased with. So, what happened here? Did somebody die? Oh, the bot breakdown. I can live with that. But anyway, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on my next series, which is Spillage, and that will be starting on Saturday, and it will fill this slot. So, if you enjoyed this, hit like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.